A very warm welcome into the Brixton Recreation Centre on a stormy day in London. The Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2025. It's semi-finals day and it's our final game of the day. Our final men's semi-final. CMBC taking on TMB. CMBC in the red uniforms, TMB in the black. CMBC, a perfect 3-0 record coming into today. Whereas TMB, they've had to battle through a little bit of adversity. They lost in week 1 to SBB, 74-55. Since then, they have been markedly improved. CMBC have been consistently fantastic throughout the tournament so far. From a team point of view, they are head and shoulders above everybody else in terms of scoring. Just scored 230 points, which is ahead of the nearest team by 34 points. They have conceded a few more, conceded 170 points, but still they are winning and winning convincingly. So they are averaging, as a team, 76 points per game. Minimum brand averaging 58. So what can you read into that? Maybe something, maybe not so much. We're going to see how it transpires. In terms of individuals, CMBC, the likes of Victor Olarerin, averaging 14 points per game. James Claar, also averaging 14 points per game. He has been absolutely electric at times. So, final game of the day, getting ready to get underway. The team in red uniforms, CMBC. Team in black uniforms, TMB, for a place in the final, where they will face SBB. The loser will head to the bronze medal match next week, where they will take on Hoopsfix. So either way, we're going to be treated to 2 brilliant games of basketball. TMB won the tip, lost the handle, and the first time up the floor. Carey trying to drive through, kicks, 3 balls on the way. Victor Olarerin gets us right back where we need to be. Here's outside shooting. Off the leg of Ebuka Ekwegh. Sam Newman it was, sitting in the corner. And off from Price. Eynon drops it off. Oh, rejected by claar. Ebuka Ekwegh able to score it despite the defense. Jake Eynon, 5-0 lead early for CMBC. Nelson Henry, handoff on the outside. Goes inside. Mathew Disu couldn't finish, but Price was there. Ethan Price puts it away. Olarerin. Good ball moving on the side. Busumbru loses it. Sam Newman almost tripped up, I think, by Ebuka Ekwegh, still able to score. 5 plays 4 in favour of CMBC, the team in the red uniforms. Olarerin kicks to the corner. James Claar. Oh, good that time. Nelson Henry sent it inside. Price fouled in the act of shooting. Going to go to the line, shoot 1 for 2. Foul called on 10, Carey. Again, if you've joined us for our final game of the day for the first time, firstly, welcome. The way things work is the clock won't stop until the final 2 minutes of the final period, and you shoot one free throw for the shot value of what you were shooting for. So that was a 1 for 2, it didn't go. Ekwegh, 3-ball doesn't go. Olarerin pulls down the rebound. Looking to go inside, couldn't connect. Newman over the timeline. Screen set. Kicks to the top. Nelson Henry has a whistle for some sort of shenanigans underneath. Oh, Carey with a hold. That's his second personal foul. Carey, I think he's going to be substituted for in just a moment. It's Nelson Henry just trying to batter and ram his way inside, using his elbows, his head, anything to get separation. Draws the foul from James Claar. And Carey does take a seat, replaced by Welsh international proud Cymru, Johnny Mckew. Doesn't go. So still 5-4. Low scoring start to the game. Plenty of action though. 3-ball. It's good. Johnny Mckew straight into the game, straight into his shooting rhythm as Ekwegh tips that out of play. Away from Mathew Disu, away from danger as Remy Udeh checks into the game, as does Ilias Taiwo, Jake Eynon and Mathew Disu taking a break. Newman puts it up. Price puts it down. Olarerin driving in, rejected. And there's a foul on the play. So Olarerin at the stripe with a 1 for 2. Short rims it. Busumbru pulls down the rebound. Mckew just off the mark from 3. James Claar hammers it. Grabbed the rebound, absolutely slammed it home. Johnson Thompson going to check in next time. His side trail 10-6. Nelson Henry finds Ilias Taiwo. Taiwo puts it up. No foul on the play. There is a foul on the play. Olarerin. So Ilias Taiwo going to go to the stripe, shoot a 1 for 3. As Kyron Martin checks in. Ebuka Ekwegh takes a break. So Ilias Taiwo. Off the mark with the 1 for 3. James Claar hits that out of bounds. TMB ball. It's off the back of Mckew. Luke Busumbru putting on the Jets a little bit too far for Kyron Martin to get to. Price, turnaround jumper, can't go from the elbow. Olarerin, 3 minutes to play. Olarerin driving through, draws the foul.
foul called on Sam Newman. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Ilias Taiwo gave up the other foul, and Newman taking a break. He's replaced by Ishmael Fontaine, wearing 7. One for 2 is good. Carey re-enters the fray. Olarerin taking a break. 12 plays 6. CMBC lead. CMBC had 20 points in their first quarter last time, as Busumbru knocked that into the backcourt. It's in and out of the hands of Daniel Thompson. And Ilias Taiwo taking a break. He's replaced by Eynon. Busumbru over the timeline, finds a shooter, 3-ball, off the mark there, being Wanliss. Now Carey fakes them out of it, sings the triple, 15 plays 6. Remy Udeh. Eynon. Thompson. Trying to go inside. Dean Wanliss picks his pocket. Experienced SLB player Wanliss. Carey, another experienced SLB player, couldn't get the 3-ball to go. Wanliss going inside. Rejected by Price. Price surveying his options. It's to Eynon. And it kicks back to the top. Price, 3-ball. Just off the mark. Out of play. It's going to stay with, or it's going to go to CMBC. There's only 5 seconds left in the first. Busumbru. Hand off. Long 3 is good. Kyron Martin. And they're really kicking on all cylinders right now. CMBC, 18-6 lead. Eynon wants that final shot of the period. Udeh gets it, drives inside. Udeh! Tough defense by Busumbru. Mckew out of time. And at the end of the first, CMBC are up 18-6. Over TMB. We'll be back in 1 minute's time. You're watching the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2025. Start of the second quarter, 18-6 is the lead for CMBC over the Newman brand. Ethan Price leading the way from the Newman brand, 4 points. Victor Olarerin, 5 points to his name for CMBC. A lot of frustration on the TMB bench. Once again, good set of players. But they don't feel right now like they're executing everything that they should be, as Busumbru just glides through the centre. Price turnaround jumper, doesn't go. Carey over the timeline. Doesn't go for the handoff to Kyron Martin on the outside. Instead goes to Carey. Carey underneath to Wanliss. Wanliss, good off the glass. Great basketball there. 22 plays 6. Korry into the game for the first time. Sorry, Korry Callum into the game for the first time. And that doesn't go for Price. Busumbru. Nice, the triple. Had a hand in his face from Daniel Johnson-Thompson. And timeout has been taken. TMB, they're down 25-6. Just over a minute into the second period here. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2025. Welcome back inside Brixton Recreation Centre. 25 plays 6. It's not been the start to the period that TMB were hoping for. CMBC just looking absolutely automatic on offense right now. Hitting from outside, able to get to their spot inside. Brought back Darien Nelson-Henry. He's currently faced up James Claar. Eynon tries to turn the corner, floats it up, back iron, no good, gets the rebound. Thompson stays out, Claar, batted away. Carey puts it down and was fouled in the act of shooting. He's going to go to the line to try and add one more. Mathew Disu it was. A little bit too physical with the defense attempt. 27 plays 6. Olarerin checks back into the game. And it goes, 3-point play. A 22-point lead for CMBC. Eynon gets it back inside. Somehow stays out on him. Really good passage of play with Sam Newman and Darien Nelson-Henry. If there was any doubt about how seriously the players take the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League, presented by Jordan Brand, this should dispel all of those. As Claar couldn't finish, gets his own rebound into the hands of Eynon though. It's up the floor for him. Mathew Disu tried to hit him with the Euro, trying to score inside, still looking for their first make of the period. Carey stops and not able to get it to go from outside. Newman spins his way out of trouble. Thompson tries to go for the flashy pass. Doesn't come away. Martin sinks it from the corner. And a second timeout taken by the Newman brand. 31. Play 6. We'll be back in just a moment. inside the Brixton Rec. 31 plays 6, TMB looking for a response after the timeout. Sam Newman, Nelson Henry stays out on him, gets his own rebound, Batten inside, and finally it goes. Third attempt, Darien Nelson Henry stays combative. Ebuka Ekwegh, James Claar, 3-ball, stays out. They need, that's into the hands of Carey from Sam Newman. Victor Olarerin, so agile, finds Martin, skip pass, Ebuka Ekwegh, puts it on the deck, tries to send it inside to claar, sorry. And that is adjudged to have been off the foot of Nelson Henry. Still arguing. Olarerin stays with it. Ended up in the hands of Ebuka Ekwegh. Ekwegh bounce pass through. Olarerin rejected. Ethan Price with the defense. 3 in transition. Oh, Ilias Taiwo blocked by Claar. Up it goes. Carey wasn't able to finish. He was well elevated but out of position. And Disu tried to float one in. Carey fouled by Ilias Taiwo. Disu and Taiwo taking a break. Udeh back into the game, as is Korry Callum. Olarerin kicks it, 3 balls on the way. Mckew drains another. The Welshman sinking him from outside today. 34 plays 8. Underneath to Udeh. Callum, no look. Ethan Price met at the rack. Foul is going to go on Victor Olarerin. His second personal foul. Second team foul. Ethan Price sets himself. Clock stays ticking. 3:50 left in the first half. Stays out. Ebuka Ekwegh. On Price, kicks it to the wing. 3 balls on the way. Kyron Martin somehow stays out on him. James Claar putting him under pressure. 3 ball. Newman somehow stays out. Claar. Olarerin. Over the top, Kyron Martin. Wide open 3 ball. He's off to the left. Udeh. Newman. Price puts it home. 6 points personal for Ethan Price. Mckew tries to float it in, couldn't, decided to try and bat his miss to Claar. 34 plays 10, 2:40 left in the second period of play. So still so much time for TMB. They need makes. They're starting to get the stops. Nelson Henry gets himself in position, somehow stayed out on him. That was halfway down. Ekwegh powering through. James Claar with another one. Ethan Price once again on the assist from Sam Newman. Nice finish. Good addition, Ethan Price, to this side as he picks that pass. Newman finds Udeh in the corner. Udeh just off the mark from 3. Nelson Henry not able to gather. There's some defending to do now, TMB. Mckew puts it on the deck. Claar kicks to the top. Ekwegh finds Martin. Back inside to Claar. Can't finish. Udeh come away with it for TMB. Korry Callum just overcooked the 3 ball. Set himself, felt good about it. Didn't look bad out of the hands at all. Martin. Ekwegh. Through contact, count the basket. Gonna go to the line to try and add 1 more. Foul called on Ethan Price. As Ishmael Fontaine checks in for Ethan Price. Clock stays ticking. Under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 39 points, plays 12. CMBC in the lead. TMB looking to have that final shot of the period. 6 to shoot it. Newman at the top just goes for a deep 3. And that's going to do it. First half of our second men's semi-final is in the books. And CMBC are up 39-12 over the Newman brand. We're back in 2 minutes' time. Welcome back inside the Brixton Recreation Centre. It's our final game of the day. Our final men's semi-final for a place against SBB. And next week's final. If you want to be here, 13th of July, order ticket information at hoopsfix.com. Remember, we are powered by Jordan Brand and presented by the Hoopsfix Foundation. Make sure you're following Hoopsfix across all the social media platforms. Find out all the news around your favourite team, favourite players, favourite leagues around the UK and beyond. In this one, CMBC, the team in the red uniforms, are up 39-12 over TMB, the team in the black uniforms. Mathew Disu unable to hit from outside. He was trying to put an early dent in that deficit. That's claar. Doesn't go. TMB, they're cutting really frustrated figures right now, and you can't blame them. But as this is opened up for Taiwo, 3 balls, good, Ilias Taiwo. It's TMB off to a good start. The thing is, they're in deficit. They know that they've got the time to get out of it. It's Carey misses from outside, deep in the corner. It's time for TMB to work. Newman, just short, the 3 ball. It would very much help their cause as Taiwo swipe it away at olarerin. Olarerin, unfazed, fading away on the baseline. Beautiful finish, Victor Olarerin. Newman tries to kick it underneath to Nelson Henry. Asked a little bit much of him as Busumbru puts it away. He needs some offensive rebounding. TMB. That's Disu. No good. No offensive rebounding. Olarerin just stays out on him. Newman. Nelson Henry can't finish on the spot. Mathew Disu with the offensive rebound and the putback. Ekwegh. Skip to the corner. Good ball movement. Great ball movement. Claar. Finishes inside. Up the court to Mathew Disu. And Taiwo puts it down. More like it from TMB. Can't stop Ebuka Ekwegh. Newman tried to send the bounce pass through to Mathew Disu. As Price checks back in, leading scorer for his side, 6 points in the contest. Nelson Henry taking a break. Ishmael Fontaine also taking a break as Remy Udeh checks in. Can't go from the baseline. Price is there. That's stripped away. Price sends it to Newman. Newman drops it off. It's Taiwo. He's fouled. Just a regular foul on Olarerin. That is Olarerin's 3rd personal. 7 points in the game, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 fouls. Short on the 1 for 2 from Taiwo. Good screen set by Claar. Kick to the corner. Mckew off the mark from outside. He's been very effective from range. 3 ball. Good make, Ilias Taiwo. James Claar, 47 plays 24. Claar banging bodies. Gets past Ethan Price, 49 plays 24. Newman. Price. Who gets the rebound? Goes the way of CMBC. Just over 5 minutes left in the third. 49 plays 24. TMB with a much more positive third so far. So far scored 12 points, was their total at the half. We need to do something about this CMBC scoring. CMBC already on 10 points in the period themselves. As Taiwo gets his way inside, puts it down, 2 more. 10 points now, Ilias Taiwo. Olarerin gets those points. No, he doesn't. Somehow stays out on him. Remy Udeh with the rebound. Chip it away, Taiwo. And that goes out, stays in. Team Wanliss gathered it in. Now Carey, good ball movement. Busumbru wide open. Led off for TMB, they'll take it. Ilias Taiwo finds Remy Udeh, steps into the 3. Nets the 3! And timeout has been taken by CMBC. 49 plays 29. Players taking a quick break, so will we. You're watching the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2025. Welcome back inside Brixton Recreation Centre. The Newman brand making inroads, chipping away. 17 points in the period. Limited CMBC to 10 points so far, forced TMBC into a timeout. Where did you go, bro? Carey. Step back, Martin. Short, oh, he's fouled though. That is exactly not what TMB needed. Foul from Remy Udeh. And it's a 1 for 3. Clock stays ticking. And it goes. Yep, 1 for 3. So a costly foul. Sam Newman finds Korry Callum, drives inside. Busumbru sends that out of bounds. Three balls on the way. Too strong. Taiwo, got to go inside. Called for the travel. And Newman and Price taking a break. Nelson Henry and Jake Eynon checking back into the contest. Ilias Taiwo leads all scorers. He's got 10 points in the game. Kyron Martin has 9. James Claar and Ethan Price both have 8 points apiece for their respective teams. Busumbru. There's Carey on the baseline. Carey get him some jump in and draws the foul. He's going to go to line with a 1 for 2.
Who picked up the foul there? It was Remy Udeh. That's his second. For a moment, I thought Ilias Taiwo was about to give up his third. Clock stays ticking. 52 plays 29. Nets it. Dangerous, dangerous player when given any kind of space, Carey. Good ball movement. Korry Callum kicks it to Taiwo. Remy Udeh. Great pass inside to Eynon. Steps into the three ball. It's good! Fantastic possession from TMB. Finished with a Darien Nelson Henry triple. And an empty possession and a foul. The other way for CMBC, being Wanliss, picking up his first personal foul. 54 plays 32. It is Taiwo taking a break, replaced by Daniel Johnson-Thompson. 22 points the difference. Points in the period from the minimum brand. Doesn't go, batted out to Remy Udeh. Offensive rebound with a triple. Good things come to those who crash the offensive glass. 19 points the difference now. It's a mountain to climb. And they're chipping away. One bucket at a time. Wanliss goes for the outside jumper. Eynon, full court. Not that time. And at the end of three, CMBC are up 54-35 over TMB. We'll be back in 1 minute's time. Back underway, final period of play. James Clark tries to open it with a bang for CMBC. From outside, out the hands for Daniel Johnson-Thompson. 54 plays 35. As the triple goes, Kyron Martin. 12 points personal for him. Ilias Taiwo still the leader for TMB, he's on 10. Nelson Henry thought about the triple. That's in the hands of Kyron Martin once more. Three ball. Oh, it's good. Johnny Mckew, 60 up. Udeh, just millimeters too deep on the three ball. Carey. Possible for a team heat check. As Udeh slams one on the assist. Eynon. Beautiful alley-oop play. Martin with the deep three. Comes up empty. They go for it again. Same result. You're not going to pick up Remy Udeh. Just keep doing that. Ekwegh trying to go inside, foul by Udeh. Third personal foul. Udeh with those two alley jams moves to tied highest scorer. £21 the difference. 2 for 1. 1 for 2 at the stripe. No good from Ekwegh. Newman. 3 ball. Price just off the mark. After that screen set by Eynon. Mckew looking to go inside. Still battering away Mckew. No good. Newman swings it to Eynon. Eynon looking to go through his legs. Price makes it. He's got to go to the line to shoot one more. Where did that go on? Carey. Went a long time, Carey, between personal foul number 2 and personal foul number 3. One thing that he occasionally can pick up a string of fouls in a hurry. Looks to have reduced that from his game, which is good for him. Ethan Price gets it to go. 60 plays 42 now. 18 points, chipping away TMB. Martin makes it 20 points once more. Goes right around the houses. Ethan Price batting away with Carey. Fontaine gets him jumping. Inside. Thompson can't finish. Gets it again. Kicks it. Newman. Couldn't hit it. Had the time. Had the space. Just off the mark. Mckew finds Carey. Inside to claar. Claar battered away. Fading away. Beautiful finish. Ahead of the defensive Price. Eynon. Tried to kick it to the corner for Fontaine. Got picked up by the other number 7, Kyron Martin. Underneath to Mckew. Mckew fouled in the act shooting. Going to go to line. 1 for 2. Fouled by number 13. Sam Newman. So 1 for 2. Mckew. This to put him on double digits. Ilias Taiwo, Price, all on double digits for TMB. Good to go. Newman. Taiwo in the corner. Saw the cut of Fontaine, tried to feed him with the bounce pass inside, didn't go. Mckew pulls up. 3 ball again. Lights out shooting from Mckew. He's now on 14 points total. Eynon sends it inside, turnaround jumper, no good on the fadeaway. Fontaine kicks it to the top. Eynon. That's more like it from TMB. Outside, shooters on the floor. Now they're starting to hit. As Ilias Taiwo tapped that away from olarerin. Olarerin is able to gather it in. Mckew, 3 ball. He can't miss! Johnny Mckew. .72 plays 45. Another good find inside. Eynon finds Ethan Price. James Clark. Gently does it. Plays 47. Palindromic score. Doesn't go from Eynon outside. 3 ball. Olarerin. Oh, good. Clark tries to put it back first time, gets it the second. There's a raft of changes for TMB. That's passed through to Newman. Good find and finish. Olarerin gets up, puts it down. Eynon with at least 6 assists in the contest. Dishing the rock for his teammates. Price nets it. Counts another assist for Jake Eynon. 78 plays 52. Fontaine picks up that loose pass. Steps into the triple. That's good from Ishmael Fontaine. And he gets another loose pass. Eynon this time. Can't hit from outside. Olarerin pulls it down. That's another loose pass. Picked off. Jake Eynon puts it up through the legs. And it is Taiwo. Hammers one. Substitutions both sides. Jake Eynon's taking a break. Fatigued from all the facilitating. Fontaine also sits down. Carey's checked into the contest. 78 plays 57. Ekwegh. Trying Mckew in the corner. Calling for it, gets it, shoots it, and scores it. That's 20 points up for Mckew. It's Newman. Taiwo back outside. Remy Udeh. Inside once again to Price, can't finish. Solid defense by Olarerin. Mckew, 5 of 6 or 7 from outside. Ekwegh, final minute to play. Oh good. Newman let that one roll out of bounds. Clock will stop. Ilias Taiwo. Step back, 3 ball, off the mark. Olarerin. Now Carey, no good from outside. The stadium announcer lets him know about it. Remy Udeh is going to step into the 3 ball. That's off the mark. TMB still battling away for pride. Of course, they've got a bronze medal match to play next week. Ethan Price wants it in the corner, gives it back to Udeh. And CMBC have booked their place in the final. The heave doesn't go. So CMBC are taking on SBB in the final. The 2 unbeaten records going toe-to-toe next week. Hoopsfix will take on TMB in the bronze medal match. Those are the men's medal matches. In the women's, Team Ruby taking on Team Diamond in the final. Emerald Sapphire in the bronze medal match. Your leading scorer in this one was Johnny Mckew, 20 points, 6 of 8 from outside, 2 of 2 from the stripe. Excellent outing from Mckew. Ethan Price led the way with 16 points for the Newman brand. James Clark, 14 points, 12 rebounds. He was very impressive for CMBC. That is semi-finals day in the books. We've just got one more week to go in the Pro-Am Summer League 2025, presented by Jordan Brand and the Hoopsfix Foundation. That is finals day. That is the 13th of July. If you want to be there, head over to hoopsfix.com for all the ticket information. The end of this one. CMBC book their place in the final. They've won it 81-57 over TMB.